this is Ashwini. Welcome to CKA Cert Hands-On channel. Today I'll talk a bit about why I created this channel. The purpose of my channel is to get people who want to give CKA 2025 exam get started on their hands-on practicing journey once they finish the formal course of CKA and have a basic understanding of Kubernetes concepts. This creates a depth in your understanding of each concept and helps you crack CKA exam. With that introduction, let's get started with today's video. I have got, but before that, I've got a playlist for each section of Kubernetes for storage, networking, and right now troubleshooting. This is the fourth video in troubleshooting series. I have provided a description of the playlist for each category, troubleshooting category, for in this video. Please subscribe to my channel and also like the video and also share with your friends and support me. Thank you. Let's get started with today's video. It is again troubleshooting pods. We'll set the context, and it says front-end pod is in pending state, not running. Fix that issue. Do not remove any specification in front-end pod. Okay. Get pods. So it's in a pending state. I'll describe the pod. One of the first things you do is describe it, and then in the events you will generally see a reason why it has failed to start. So it has failed in the scheduling phase, and it says 0 to 2 nodes are available, 1 nodes did not match, pods node affinity selector, 1 node had untolerated taint. So yeah, so what it is saying is it has okay, I'll show you. We have 2 nodes here, which is control plane, and we have also node 1. Now what it's saying is 1 node did not match pods nodes affinity selector, and 1 node in this case it is saying the control plane has an untolerated taint. Now there are 2 things here. It's failed to schedule because the node affinity did not match, and it's failed to schedule on either of these nodes because one has failed because the node affinity did not match, and the other has failed because it has an untolerated taint. Now you will need to understand what is node affinity, what is a taint, and what is a toleration for this. One of my advice is that when you are trying to solve the problems, yes, we are trying to fix something, and then we're also editing a lot of manifest files and then finally fixing it. But it is a very good opportunity to brush your concepts, and because Kubernetes has got a lot of concepts, with each of this exercise you will be able to again revisit some of the concepts, and then if things do not make sense, and most often it doesn't because of the huge content, it's actually a great time to go back to the documentation and understand these concepts, read again, and if you don't understand, read it again, and then try to attempt it. So that's my advice. Just go and brush. So in this case, what you would do is, if you do not understand this question, please go to node affinity and taints and tolerations, and understand what they are and how they are used while scheduling a pod. So we'll start with the node affinity, and then let's start with the node affinity and then see if that fixes it. So I'm in the node affinity page. So let's get pod minus front end pod. And try to see the node affinity section. Yeah. So what it says is it has this affinity, node affinity, required during scheduled, ignored during execution, and the node selected terms match expressions is node name operator in values frontend. So the key is node name and the value is frontend. If you see, go back to thing, I think we have like an example here which says the same thing. So yeah, this is exactly the same thing. If you see here, it says disk type in SSD. So this manifest describes a pod that has a required during scheduling, ignored during execution, node affinity, disk type SSD. This means that the pod will get executed only on a node that has a disk type equal to SSD label. So now going back to our example, that's why if you see that event message, it says that the node selected did not match. So this is the label node name equal to frontend did not match on which node? I think it's the node 1. Let's okay, because I think control plane has a untolerated taint. So if you go to you can see what are the labels on the nodes with this command. Get nodes minus show labels. So if you see here, node 1 has node name equal to front end nodes, which is not what we have. If you remember, node name is front end. So we will select front end nodes and update that value. So it's just the node name is already there, just the front end nodes. I deleted the pod and I'm recreating with let's see if that has worked. It's in a container creating stage. Okay, let's describe the pod. Okay, now it is running. So it is just one pod and it is now scheduled on node 1. So if you do get pods minus wide, you will see which node it is running. So it is running on node 1. So this is actually related to node affinity. Now there is another concept called taints and tolerations, but that is not in the scope of this video. We'll probably have another video to explain the concept and how you can troubleshoot it if it is about a taint and a toleration. But this is just about node affinity. Please brush your concepts with the documentation. I'm going to provide the KillerCoda link and also the documentation link in my video description. Now please, some of you are watching the videos, but please do subscribe to my channel as well for more upcoming videos, and also please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Once again, thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.